What's up, YouTube? It's your boy JB, and I'm here with the review for Love After Lockup. This is season 2, episode 38. It's the season finale, and I'm sorry, you guys, if this video is late. I didn't realize last night that the episode was 2 hours long. I'm like, oh my god. Cause I was gonna wait. I woke up this morning to watch it, but then I'm like, oh crap, and I had other stuff to do. So that's why this video is late. But the episode is titled "To Con a Convict" and "Wedding Crashers and Cheers." So you guys, without further ado, let's go ahead and just jump right into the video. I don't know how long this is gonna be. It's probably gonna be a lengthy one, but let's get into it nonetheless. Alright, so let's start up with Glorietta and Alex. So we see Glorietta and her mom. So, they are doing some, they're preparing for this non-wedding that Glorietta's gonna have. And, her mom is asking her, so how are things between you and Alex right now? And number one, Alex is not here. And, Glorietta's talking about how things are good between them. I'm like, really? Things are good between y'all and y'all just got into it? He left you on Valentine's Day, but y'all are good. She's talking about every relationship has their ups and downs. That is correct, Glorietta. Every relationship has their ups and downs. But your relationship is on a downward spiral the whole time. So, whatever. And then, she's telling her mom about how the car, she was at work at the car show. And Alex came there. And he just kept asking her, why does she love him? Which, I thought that was a little stupid as well. For him to keep asking this girl, why do you love me? It is a valid question, but to keep repeating it over and over and over again was stupid. And then her mom says, well, maybe he just wants to break up with you. I'm like, finally, someone sees it. And Glorietta says, well, if that was the case, he would have already broken up with me by now. No, girl, you didn't. When he came there, that's what he wanted. That's what he was doing. He was just breaking up with you. Technically, he wanted you to break up with him, but you didn't catch the hint. You didn't catch the hint. You didn't take the bait. You didn't do nothing. You just in there looking like a dumb deer. So then we also see Glorietta's mom is talking about, she doesn't trust Alex, which, hey, I don't blame her. And she says, she's like, well, Mom, you're not the one that's going to marry him. Neither are you. So you're both in the same boat. And then, she says, she was like, she asked her, so where is he right now? She says, well, I'm pretty confident that he's with his friend Kato and his wife Dawn. She says, okay, so if we were to just roll over there, he would be there? She was like, yes, he would be there, but I don't know if he would be happy that we're just springing up on him. I'm like, Glorietta, he's not going to be there. So then we do see Alex. So Alex is meeting up with Juliana again, and I'm like, oh my God, Juliana, girl, do what's best for yourself and run for the hills. So Alex has this gift for Juliana, and it is one of their high school yearbooks, and I'm like, oh, okay. And then as they're getting ready, they're walking away, he gonna sit here and try to serenade her. I'm like, Alex, please stop with the singing. And she said, did you make that song for Glorietta? He says, yeah, I did, but things are pretty rocky between us. I'm like, I would have told him, what? We're good because you just sat here and sang me a song that you made for another chick. Hell to the fucking nah. Hell the fuck no. Hell to the fucking nah. Hell to the nah. So, he's telling her that things are not going well between him and Glorietta right now. I'm like, you're the reason that things are not going well between you and Glorietta right now. You purposely don't want things to go well between you and Glorietta. And Glorietta, she is a whole ass idiot. Like, oh my God. Because she's talking about, I think Alex would be happy to see me, but he won't be happy about the fact that he wasn't able to dress up and put on any cologne. I'm like, you big dumbass. So then Glorietta goes to Kato's and his wife's shop. And, Dawn sees her and she's like, you know what? Let's go outside and have a conversation. So they go outside and they talk. And then, she's asking has she saw has she saw Alex. She says, no, I haven't really saw him. And she's like, so are there other girls? And she says, well, if there are, I don't know. And the only person that would know is Kato. And you're not going to find out anything from Kato. So then she says, you know what? Let's call him. So she does call him, and it goes directly to voicemail. I don't even know if it was like 5 or 10 minutes later. He called back. And, she's like, so where are you? He says, I'm on my way to your house. She says, you're on your way to my house? He's like, wait a minute. Who is this? She says, Dawn. He says, oh, no, I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going to your house. I'm going to this Lighthouse Cafe or something like that. She's like, so whose house were you going to? He says, no one's house. So Don says, well, I got your girl here looking for you. He says, that's not my girl. I don't care. And I'm like, but damn. That was hard. That was harsh. And Glorietta is a lot better than I am, because when I would have heard that, I'm like, oh, okay, motherfucker. So I'm not your girl. So if you got some shit at my apartment or my place or wherever, you come get that shit. Better yet, you better hope that you beat me to the crib before I get there, because if you don't beat me there, that shit will be on fire. Fire. In a burst of flames. But, she didn't say nothing. So she went and told her mama. And her mama was like, oh, we got to pull up on him. We definitely got to pull up on him. So they do pull up on Alex. And Alex is on the date with Juliana. So, he tells Glorietta that he doesn't want to be with her. And then, she tells him what she heard. And I'm like, why are you telling him what you heard? He just straight up said to you, he does not want to be with you. Like, girl, let it the fuck go. Like, let it go. So then things, when they escalated, and he did call her a bitch. And I'm like, damn. That was low even for Alex. So then, her mama jumps in. And I was actually here for her mama in this episode, jumping at Alex, because Alex was disrespectful as fuck. And like I said, things just escalated between them two. Oh, and then also Juliana was like, you know what, Alex, since you didn't completely end things with her, I'm good on you. So they did give a little update at the end of the show about them. I know Glorietta is with another ex of hers. I'm like, you stupid as fuck. Juliana did not be with Alex. Alex is back in jail. No surprise there. So let's move on to the next couple. All right, so now let's talk about Angela and Tony. Angela has got to be the dumbest person on the face of the fucking earth. She's a mental health therapist that needs a mental health therapist for herself, because she's idiotic as fuck. So her sister, Donna Faye, pulls up and she sees Tony working on the bike, and she's like, wait a minute. Why does he have this bike? And Angela was like, well, he needs to get back and forth. He needs to get back and forth between work. So I just gave him the bike. I'm like, Angela. And Donna says, do you have a job? He says, not right now. Then what the fuck does he need this bike for? Like, oh my God. And then she's talking about, well, I'm just trying to make life easier for Tony. I'm just trying to make life easier for Tony. And Donna was like, you don't want to make it that damn easy. And I'm like, Donna, we agree. Why the fuck is she making it this easy for him? So then Angela says, again, like I said before, she said that it'll help him get him back and forth between work. I'm just sitting there like, Angela, you sound really fucking stupid. Like, she sounded so fucking stupid. Like, what the fuck? He ain't got no job. Like, the sister was just as irked as I was. She and what it is, she doesn't want to see her sister get used by Tony, which is exactly what's happening. Angela doesn't see that she's getting played by Tony, but Angela, I guess Angela thinks she's so fucking smart. So then, her sister tells her, like, you're a fool. Like, I was like, thank God she is a fool. And then, Angela gonna sit down and burst out to Tony that, Tony, Donna thinks that you're playing me. Yes, he is playing you. And of course, he says he's not playing her. And Donna says, you know what, if you run, Donna questions if he will run off, and he says he won't. And she says, if you do, make sure that your ass don't come back. And if you do come back, make sure that I don't find you first. But Angela says that she believes, and I'm like, Angela, you're stupid as shit. So then we see a scene where Tony called Angela, and he tells her, you know what, we need to talk. And for the love of God, WeTV, please stop showing us Angela and Tony kissing. I don't want to see that shit. It is nasty as fuck. So this is, Tony's golden opportunity to ask Angela to marry him. And she says, oh, of course, baby, I'll marry you. Oh, you're so sweet. You're so sweet. Of course I'll marry you, boo. I'm like, really? And then when he opened up that ring box and showed her that ring, I'm like, what the fuck is that? Is that a ring? Or is that a bolt? A lug nut? A screw? Because that shit was ugly as fuck. I would have told him, look here, Tony. I know you ain't got that much money. You could have asked me for like a $500 or some shit. Like, I would have spared it to you. And you go buy the goddamn ring. But this shit right here, this lug nut is not going on my damn finger. But she was, head over heels. Her drop, she was moist between the legs. If she can get moist. I don't even want to think about, oh God, I just don't even want to think about that. That's disgusting. Ugh. I just repulsed myself. So Tony said when he was talking to the producers, he says he has a hold on Angela and that she'll basically forgive any and everything. I'm like, oh, you think you got it like that, Tony? If you do, I ain't mad at you. So, once again, Angela is a complete dumbass fool. So Tony has been seeing, Tony was seeing a therapist when he was in the halfway house, and he's still supposedly seeing a therapist now. So we saw Angela, and Angela was making this sandwich, and I'm like, wait a minute, so Tony found a job already? Nope, Tony has not found a job. Tony is going to his, quote, therapist, and I'm like, wait a minute, so we make a whole ass sandwich to go see a therapist? So, before Tony actually goes to the therapist, he says, you know what, let me make a quick stop. And then tell the cameras, like, y'all got to stay behind, like they don't want camera crews around, so you got to kind of stay back. I'm like, bullshit, Tony. And then we hear, Tony goes up to this hotel room, and it's, we hear a girl, a woman's voice. She's laughing. I'm like, Tony, you're cheating on Angela. Am I surprised? No. Should Angela be surprised? No, but she's going to be surprised. Because we're going to see that happen in Love After Lockup, not Life After Lockup. Speaking of Life After Lockup, guys, if you saw that trailer for Life After Lockup, so excited to see Megan, Michael, and Sarah. I'm excited to see Andrea and Andrea and Lamar. Oh, the Mormons. I'm ready to see that. I don't care about Brittany and Marcelina, to be quite honest with you. I don't care about, I guess I'm okay with Cheryl and Josh. I'm okay. I'm on the fence with Lacey, Shane, and John. Actually, I do want to see the continuation of this. And Angela and Tony, I just don't give a fuck about it. But they're on there nonetheless. But you know what? Let's move on, you guys. So let's move over to Lacey, Shane, and John. Why does she say his name like that? John. So it's 1 week before Lacey and Shane are getting married. And she tells her dad that, Dad, so I saw John and, I went to his job and I asked him if he would take the DNA test to see if he is Marlo's father. And he agreed to it. So her dad says, she was like, he says he'll be civil with John if John is not on drugs. She says, well, I invited John over to see the kids for a brief amount of time. And then, her dad is like, why would you do that? And, he shows up. And then, her dad was asking him how he feels about, her and Shane getting married. He spoke to the kids. He said it's fucked up. She says, language, John. So then, John was rude as fuck to her dad. But, him and her dad got into it. And, she's like, you got to get the fuck out of here. Or I'm going to beat your ass. And she slaps him. And my thing with Lacey is, she wants to she got in John's face. She got in Shane's face. Like, you going to get enough of getting in these men's faces and slapping the shit out of them. Because you're going to walk up on the wrong man. And he going to knock the plastic out of your face. He going to deflate them titties. And he going to fuck up your ass is already fucked up. But he's going to fuck, and John said it. Do it one more time, I'm going to fuck you up. And I actually believe John when he said that. So then Lacey goes to Shane. She's like, I'm so fucking pissed. John got into it with my dad. And the kids were there. And we had to take the kids inside. And then he got in my face. And he said, I will fuck you up. Just like that. He said, I will fuck you up. And I'm like, you're not telling the full story, Lacey. Because you slapped the shit out of him. And he did what? He retaliated. Was he right for doing that? Absolutely not. And Shane was like, he wishes he was there. Yeah, if you were there, you would have saw what really happened. Now, yes, like I said, John was rude as fuck to her daddy, but she slapped the fucking man. So then Shane says that, he wants to talk to John But because he doesn't feel like John would be a suitable father for Marlo. And she says, well, I do have the DNA test results of Marlo and John. And, Shane also said that he stepped up to the plate. I'm like, Shane, you are stupid as shit. You're 21 years old. This bimbo looks like she's about 60 years old, and she got 3 kids. But okay, it takes a real man to love another woman's kids and love another man's kids. So, I'm gonna give him that. So she reads the results. So it's a 0% possibility that John is the father. What does that mean? John's not the father. She got on my nerves. So then we see the day of Lacey's wedding. So Shane is talking to Lacey's dad, and Shane was talking about how Lacey feels like John might show up at the wedding, but Shane is like, you know what? If he shows up here, my dude's right here on my side. If he shows up, it's gonna be a big problem. So yeah, it'll be a problem for him, Shane. So then Lacey calls John, and she's like, so John, like I have the results of the DNA test. Like I don't know if you'll be happy or if you'll be sad. He's like, so what are the results? She says, well, you're not Marlo's father. And, Shane and I are about to walk down the aisle and get married. He says, I can show up right and say that this is a big mistake. So, the producers ask him, so are you going to show up? He says, I don't know. Now, here's the thing. I'm all for a beach wedding, but why are they on a public fucking beach? Like, you could see the people in the background just playing. Like, wouldn't y'all wanted the beach to be kind of secluded so it's just y'all two and your family? But, if they like it, I love it. Now, she did look uncomfortable as fucking that dress. That dress looked like it was too tight on her stomach. But, they do end up getting married. And John did not crash the wedding. But we're going to see John in Life After Lockup. So, I don't know why she's playing these two men. She says she wants to be with Shane, but she still got feelings for John, as she says. Oh God, I'm over Lacey. I could deal without Lacey, but we're gonna see what's gonna happen in Life After Lockup. So let's move on, you guys. All right, you guys. So let's move over to Cheryl and Josh. So, Cheryl, her sister Lacey is still there, but actually Lacey is getting ready to leave. So Cheryl was starting to feel bad for what happened with Lacey in last week's episode when they got into it. And she's asking Lacey to stay behind. And Lacey was like, I gotta get back home to my kids. I'm like, finally, someone thinks about their kids. Unlike Cheryl. Cheryl is not thinking about her fucking kids whatsoever. Like, girl, yo, kids. You have kids, bitch. I don't mean to call her a bitch, but bitch, you got kids. Why don't you care about your kids? I just don't understand that. You got kids, man. You got kids, dude. Kids. And you chasing a man. Lacey is using her kids. I mean, your parents are taking care of your kids. Like, you really got to feel bad about yourself that your parents are taking care of your kids, but I guess you don't. So, Lacey asks her, like, so what's next? And she says, well, the next thing is for Josh to get his ankle monitor off. And once he gets that ankle monitor off, then he could, put in for a transfer to Texas. I'm like, oh, okay. So then we see Josh. He was talking to his mom. And he took his mom out for breakfast, and he has something that he wants to tell his mom. So he tells his mom that, he has a surprise set up for Cheryl, and that he's going to take Cheryl somewhere. And she's like, so what are you going to do with the surprise? He says, I might ask her to marry you. His mama called him stupid. I'm like, damn. She's like, you're stupid. And then, she questions him, like, why are you doing this? Like, do you feel like you're obligated to do this? Like, because she spent so much money on you, do you feel obligated to do this? He says, no, I don't feel obligated to do anything. He says, I'm doing this because I love her and I want to be with her. And, I mean, I guess, shit, but his mom says, well, guess what? If you do marry her, I won't be at the wedding. I'm like, damn, is that serious? Like, because she gave your fiance, your man, a drink? Grow up, old lady. So then we do see him. He takes Cheryl to a castle. And, while they're walking around, they're talking about how this could be a possible venue for a wedding. Now, I will say, Cheryl was a little bit right about the venue itself. Like she has, and this was the one time that she said something about her damn kids. I'm like, after how many episodes? This is the first time you mention your fucking kids. She's talking about I got kids and they could fall over. I'm like, well, damn, you remember you got kids. But she had a stank dank attitude the whole time on the way there. And he said, you know what, I was planning on making this official, but you know what now? Fuck it, I don't give a fuck. Like, you can go. And she's like, I can go? He's like, yes, you can go. So then, Cheryl storms off and she's pissed off. She lights up one of her cigarettes, and she was like, he's lying. How are you gonna propose to me with no ring? And the producers are so fucking messy. They like, but don't you already have a ring? She's like, yes, it's a ring that I paid for. He can't propose to me with a ring that I paid for. I'm like, Cheryl, calm down. I'm like, Cheryl, are you on crack again, boo? Because you're acting a little crackish. Just saying. You're acting a little bit crackish. You're acting a little crackish. And we also, so at the end of this with those two, the update was that they broke up. With them being broke up right here, they got back together. And like I said, they're on Life After Lockup as well. Life After Lockup premieres on January 3rd, you guys. I'm excited for it. So let's move on to the next couple. Oh, God. All right, so next up is Vincent and Amber. You guys, we're going to try to breeze through Vincent and Amber because I really didn't care about Vincent and Amber too much. Because, neither one of them was into the other person. Let's keep it real. Vincent is a weirdo. Amber is a lesbian. But, she tells Puppy's mom that she's going to go to the gym to see Vincent and talk to him. So once she gets there, she tells him, like, hey, I think we need to talk. And then she says, you know what? We need to take some time and think things through. I'm like, Amber, just break up with him and tell him, like, Vincent, I'm not interested in you. You're not my type. I don't like dick. I like puss. And keep it at that. And, he's like, well, it's either a yes or a no. But then he also says, when I asked you to marry me when you were in prison, that might have been a little bit over the top. I'm like, you think? You wrote to 10 different fucking inmates. So what the fuck did you think? And then, she tells him, like, none of this is what she envisioned. It's so awkward for her. And that's been her whole thing this whole season. Awkward, 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 awkward. I got tired of hearing that. But he wants to find a solution. I'm like, Vincent, there is no solution. She's not interested in you. And I wouldn't be interested in him either. He's weird as shit. So then, she tells him, like, I think you should go. I'm like, I 100% agree with that. So then we see Amber. She, calls Puppy, and she tells Puppy that she broke up with Vincent. And Puppy says, so you messed up our future? I'm like, y'all's future? I know it was her mama, and Puppy, but damn. Like, if y'all know the girl's unhappy and miserable, y'all would want her to be in a situation like that. Y'all don't know what he has. Like, he looks dusty and broke as fuck. I'm not judging because I'm broke as fuck myself. But just saying, he looks broke. Like, whatever. Amber says, I didn't mess up our future. We need to go legit. We need to get, actual jobs and, live life the right way. And at the end of the episode, they did update us on Amber. Amber, she does work for a restaurant, so that's good for Amber. I'm happy for her. And they said that Vincent has a new girlfriend who's from the Philippines that he's getting ready to meet. I'm like, oh my God, are you fucking serious? So he went from a prison girl to a mail order bride, basically. So he's gonna be on 90 Day Fiance probably. Okay, so let's go to the last couple of the episode. All right, so let's talk about Lizzie and Daniel. So we see Lizzie and she's out wedding dress shopping, and she says that she and Daniel are getting married within a month. I'm like, with what money? Because you are in school, and Daniel wasn't working the last time when y'all got engaged. So who the fuck is paying for this? Teresa? But no, she tells us Daniel actually has a job, and he's been working a job for a while. I'm like, oh, but Daniel has not been helping save for the wedding, for a venue or for anything. I'm like, okay, red flag number one. And then her sister says a good thing because she was talking about how, she had her tuition is $17,000. I'm like, girl, what the fuck school do you go to? Well, I guess it's like for, fall and spring. I'm assuming. Maybe. But, her sister says, well, since, things are not in order in your life right now, why don't you just, wait. And I was like, someone with some sense. And then, you know, she was looking at this dress, and it was $700. None of those dresses were too flattering on her. I'm just gonna keep it on 100 with you. None of them was. That first one was decent, but they were really not for her. They didn't flatter her body, and I'm not body shaming her. They just didn't flatter her because her stomach area, it just looked too fluffy. Or the dress just looked too fluffy around her stomach. Maybe if it was something that was a little bit more sleeker, I don't know. But it just didn't look. They just didn't. You know, they didn't ex. They didn't accentuate her body. They didn't accentuate her body. That's what I wanted to say. They didn't accentuate her body, because a dress is supposed to kind of accentuate your body. You know, if you got a lot of boobs, you know, that's supposed to show off. Or if you got a lot of, you know, back, you know, booty, show off the booty. But then, you know, Lizzie ain't got no booty. She barely got titties. But that's neither here nor there. But yeah, her sister basically feels like, you know, they need to put a hold on the wedding. I definitely agree with that. So then we see Daniel, and I don't know who the fuck told Daniel and his friend to put a shopping cart on top of a car. I'm like, if y'all ain't looking real, y'all looking real trailer park trash, hillbilly-ish. So, you know, he's telling his friend, he's gonna show his friend a car that he's gonna get from his aunt. So then, you know, they go over to his aunt's house. He buys the car. It's $7,500. And, you know, the aunt is just talking to him about, you know, what he needs to do. She's asking about the wedding. Then when he starts talking about things, she says, well, it sounds like you got kind of cold feet. And, you know, he was just talking about how, you know, this car will help him stay off of drugs, how to help him do, you know, just make sure that he doesn't go back to jail. And if somebody can't support him with that, then they don't need to be in his life, which I agree with that. He's leveling down and he's making sense. So I definitely agree with Daniel. So then, you know, he goes home and Lizzie shows up and he has the car and she's like, what the fuck is this? And, you know, why do you have it? So he explained everything to her. And, you know, he told her, you know, just the same thing. He feels like this will help him stay clean and, you know, sober and keep him out of jail. So then he does questions her, you know, about being in his life. And, you know, he was like, maybe we should just kind of, you know, cool down on things for a little bit. She said, no, maybe we should just call it quits. I'm like, that's what he was trying to say, but he wanted you to say it. And then he says, well, give me the ring back. She says, no, I'm not giving you the ring back. She says, you can go get your mama. She can ask me for the ring back. I'm going to tell her no, too. So, you know, the producers were talking to Lizzie, and Teresa comes stomping out there. Give me the fucking ring back. Lizzie says, no. And then she and Teresa just get into it over this ring. And Teresa was like, I'll take you to court. She says, no, I'm not going to. She says, Lizzie says, take me to court. She says, I'm not going to do that. It was only $200. Then what the fuck are you asking for the ring back for? Like, and like Lizzie said, you bought the ring. You gave it to Daniel. Daniel gave it to me. It's mine. Daniel ended our engagement, so I keep the fucking ring. Fuck out of here. And then Teresa calls her a fucking alcoholic. She says, what did you call me? And she threw a rock at her. And they got into it. And then Teresa was like, you know, she looking at that rock hit me in the foot because I would have beat the piss out of her. I'm like, I don't know. I feel like Lizzie would have gave her a run for her money too. Now, let's talk about this one thing that Teresa said that I was like, Teresa, that's not the case, sis. She said that Lizzie broke Daniel's heart. How? Daniel technically broke up with her. Although she said the words, but Daniel was leading up to it. She just said the words. But, you know, so their ending thing. Daniel has a new girlfriend, and the producers are shady as fuck. They had to make mention that Teresa adores her. I'm like, oh. And Lizzie. Let's speak about Lizzie real quick. So they said Lizzie will graduate college in 4 years. Now, I'm not, you know, I ain't going to shade her about how long it takes her to graduate college. But you and Daniel have been together for 3 years, right? Y'all were together for 3 years. You were in college at that time because that's why you weren't able to go see him, you know, or anything because you were in college. That was 3 years. And you add another 4 years to that. Girl, what the fuck? How long have you been in fucking school? Like, now, if she's been going part-time, I understand that. But god damn, you taking a class a semester? what you take 1 to 2 classes a semester, like shit. I hope she's going for. I hope and pray that Lizzie is going for a bachelor's and not an associate's. Because if she's only going for an associate's, that is you're pedaling backwards, sis. You're pedaling backwards. But you guys, that was Love After Lockup. So be sure to like the video, leave your comments, subscribe to the channel, share this video, hit that bell notification button, share, and I will catch you guys later.